This is Redemption, a live play podcast set in the Star Wars Edge of the Empire role-playing game system. As a quick note, we have had a few audio issues yet again this episode. As we mentioned before, we have replaced the faulty gear that is the cause, but we have a few episodes still that were recorded with the faulty gear. Now it's time for Episode 11, An Offer You Can't Refuse. After discovering that the Yinchorri attack was caused by their hunt for Karrell, the crew decided to hightail it off Ruusan before anything else comes to find her. However, politics and ancient religions may have something to say before that happens.
I do have some questions for you, though.
Of course.
Our questioning of the prisoner yesterday, I'm curious to know why the Yinchorri were chasing Karrell down. He very much said that they were chasing a female Twi'lek that has gifts that they don't like.
There we go.
I've never seen never even heard of the Yinchorri before this.
You mean until they attacked us?
Well, yeah.
And then you murdered them?
You actually murdered most of them.
Right, but you did that thing.
I killed one of them.
But you did that thing with the thing, and we didn't talk about it. I'm not supposed to talk about it.
That was here.
Nope, that wasn't here.
And that wasn't Yinchorri, that was droids.
Those were droids.
Oh yeah, I don't remember. I don't know what they're talking about then.
Rafe just says, seemed that the Yinchorri have been following you for a while. Anybody with your gifts?
Bizarre.
Yes, anybody with your gifts they are hunting down. Seems that they blame...
On someone's orders?
They blame specific... Oh, do I really need to beat around the bush, or can we just talk about it outright? And he's looking right at Karrell.
I have no idea what you're talking about, so speak plainly.
The Jedi attacked the Yinchorri years ago and destroyed most of them.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Whoa. Two things.
Correct? Yes.
That's only half true.
I'm just telling you what he is. What he believes.
Right. I guess. Whatever.
So they're waging war on all Force sensitives.
Correct.
Whoop-de-doo. Great.
We got one of those with us, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's the thing we're not supposed to talk about.
I'm right here.
No, I'm just...
We got one of those with us, right?
I'm still... Just discount me right now. I'm not all with it. Okay?
Right, we're talking about day one now. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, my God. No, I'm just...
I just want to see how awake he was. I just wanted to see how awake he was.
Good. I like it. It's good.
You got a pillow.
I pull the pillow that I usually carry out. It looks like a whoopee cushion until I hit a button, then it goes...
It's a reverse whoopee cushion.
Yeah.
Air goes in, not out.
Tazi, grabs the pillow from Karrell and lays down on the couch and puts his head down on the side. And he's still trying to pay attention, but he's just not... He's having a hard time right now.
So you have no idea why they would be coming after you?
Other than her being Force sensitive?
And how would they know that unless they themselves were Force sensitive?
It's not that they're Force... Well, they might be Force sensitive. They just don't like Force things. They block Force things, mostly.
They very much hate anybody that can use the Force.
Yep, mostly.
Joy. Well, where did they... I mean...
Perhaps they
Did they run... You said they'd been following me, though.
For how long?
The first time we ran into them was...
On Randon.
On Randon. So they followed me here.
No, they followed you to Randon.
So I'm not sure. I'm not sure how the Force thing works. Can you sense other people with the Force?
Sometimes.
So it's possible for it to be sensed.
Yep, that's what I know.
Yes.
All right. So maybe these guys don't have the Force, but maybe they found out a way to sense it in people. So maybe you don't have to be using it. They just can find you because you have
everyone. Yes, but
yeah,
more or less everyone can be sensed in the Force.
Yeah, but
you're not Force sensitive, but you're kind of there in kind of a muddy green, muddy orange color.
Right, but maybe you have a different color. Maybe there's something about you as a Force sensitive that stands out. That's all I'm saying. These are the ramblings of someone who's hungover, so just bear with me.
No, as Kay would say, 100%. I understand.
Thank you.
You do say that a lot. Just say it.
So you haven't done anything to draw their attention?
Other than be awesome? No.
Girl just kind of gives a blink at that. It's like...
It could just be that they have
that's
sensed your presence.
I mean, the only time that you've really ever, blatantly used the ability was when we were on Trandosha.
Why would they... Do they have a presence on Trandosha?
I do not know that. He did not know how they knew where you were. He was just a equivalent of a lieutenant in the Air Forces.
Since we're being blunt, is he still alive?
For the moment. For the time.
Maybe I should ask him.
Be my guest.
Be careful.
You want to come along?
Sure, why not? How about you, Tozzy?
No, he looks kind of comfortable.
I believe he might be asleep.
I think Tozzy's asleep.
There we go. Yeah, can we see them?
Very well, yes.
Let's go.
Right on.
Put a blanket over Tozzy.
Nighty-night, little prince.
All right, you guys walk downstairs, or taking a lift downstairs, and you get to a room, we'll call it in a basement.
It's a torture
It's a room underneath everything else.
So they've got the prisoner. He's in a little a little prison cell, little force field keeping him in there. And your favorite person's here.
Hello, love. I got a really great idea.
Hello.
I do too. Let's see if
Never.
it's the same idea.
Go ahead and tell me your idea then.
I'm going to stay out of line of sight and see if he can sense me.
How about I just do this? I pull out what looks to be a normal medkit stimpak gun. I pull out of my pocket and I inject it. I pull out.
I wasn't thinking that at all, but now I've got you.
Right. I walk up.
Why
to
don't
him.
we do both?
Sure, that's fine.
I stay out of line of sight.
I walk up to him and I go, "Hello, little friend. How are you?"
Get me out.
I have a great idea. I'm going to ask you questions and you're going to tell me exactly the truth.
No.
Right. So I stab him in the neck and I inject him full of this lovely, lovely truth serum that I have.
Well, he's behind a force field.
No, I go up to him. I don't care.
Yeah. You walk. They're not going to stop you.
All right.
Hell, let's give him this.
Oh, I've got plenty of it.
Okay. His eyes kind of glaze over a little bit. He kind of relaxes a little.
All right. Now, I have a couple questions for you.
Congratulations.
Right. So, number one, can you sense my friend without looking at her?
No. Can you?
No. How did you find us?
Boss told us.
Who's your boss?
Craft.
Right, Kraft. Is Kraft one of your kind?
Yes.
Where can we find this Kraft?
On homeworld.
Where is your homeworld?
Yinchorri system.
Huh.
While this is going on, I'm going to slowly walk into view. I'm reaching out with my force. Actually, no, I'm not reaching out with my force sense. I rolled dark side. I'm just waiting to see if he reacts when he sees me.
He looks over at you and kind of tries to get. He tries to get up out of the restraints that he's in because they've got him in a restraint chair. Mm-hmm. As soon as Karrell walks into view, he looks at her and just kind of growls and tries to get towards her.
Hey.
What?
Calm down, little buddy.
Hey, that worked better. I'm going to reach out with force sense now that I have two light side points for it. And do I get any feeling as to, was it just a normal recognition or is he trying to project, anything at me or?
There's no force abilities coming off of him other than the normal fear effect.
Okay.
But that's been pretty toned down. I mean,
well, I know who's standing right behind us right now.
So that helps you a little bit. But no, there's no force. He just looks at you.
Could you let me out?
No.
Where did you find, how long have you been following me?
3-4 days.
Where did you find us the first time?
Randon.
How long before Randon had you been following us?
A day.
That's Trandosha.
That would have been Trandosha, yeah.
No, that would have been hyperspace.
Well, I mean, relative speaking. He's not like the brightest tool in the shed.
Right here.
Sorry.
Doesn't change our opinion.
Can I eat her now?
Later.
No.
I'm not actually going to feed you to the Yinchorri.
He's glaring right at Karrell.
All right. So, why does your boss want to hurt Karrell?
I don't know. We get picture of it, and we told to kill it. We kill it.
That seems like a really... What did you do?
You've been with me the whole time. What did I do?
I don't know. I mean, like, did you do something before I met you? I mean,
I did a lot of things before I met you.
is Crawford Yinchorri?
Yes. He's the boss.
No, I got that the first time when you called him boss.
Okay.
Thanks.
Welcome.
Has he been on Yinchorri for the past week?
Yes. He gives orders. He's not warrior.
Oh.
He's leader.
Oh, he has brains.
Yes. Very smart. Not big. Smart.
Do you know how to contact him?
Communicator.
Where's
Do you have a communicator?
No.
who does?
On ship.
Where's your ship at?
I don't know.
I look at Rafe. Rafe is with us, right?
Yeah.
Rafe, did you guys shoot down his big ship?
He was a ground troop.
No, I mean like the big ship that's out there. Did you shoot it down?
Yes.
Oh, son of a bee sting.
Well, nobody told me I couldn't.
I mean, I know that, but I mean, you know.
Completely destroyed?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't expect anything else, to be honest.
No, neither did I, but I could be helpful, you know.
Unfortunately,
Wait a minute.
the vultures weren't given orders to not do that.
I'm going to turn one of these force points over. And Rafe is going to be like, but we did find a communication device on the ship.
We do.
Or
have
one of their
a-
landers.
Or one of their landers had a communication device.
Yeah.
We do have a communication device.
Perfect. I have an idea.
Okay.
And we star swipe over to what?
We've got the Yinchorri. Push the buttons to call your boss. Or just tell me how to do it.
I have to enter a code.
What's the code?
I'm not supposed to tell.
But you're going to.
You're not telling us. You're just voice activating the comm.
Yeah.
You have to report in you found me, right?
I don't want to.
Doesn't matter what you do or do not want to do. You do have to answer truthfully.
I am. I don't want to.
Let's try this again. You're going to tell me, or I'm going to shoot you in the leg
Again?
more than once. And I'm just going to make it just painful.
Tassi wakes up.
And you're staring
no one-
right at A1. He's like right there.
Is he?
Yeah. I thought I should wait with you, boss.
It's just he and I in the room, right?
Yeah.
While they're going in to interrogate this particular individual, or while they're in there, everyone come over to the desk with me for a minute.
Okay.
Tazi stands up and stretches real briefly and then looks around the room, and there's nobody else in here but the two of us.
Correct.
Tazi bends down to A1 and, can you detect the cameras in the room?
If I plug into a port, then I could use computers to find them. Otherwise, we could just have to look for them.
Is there a port nearby?
Sure.
Go ahead and plug in. Take out the
Okay.
cameras.
All right.
Dice rolls.
Okay. Yeah, he succeeds with an advantage. So he actually loops the last 10 minutes back on itself.
Where he was sleeping, so it looks like
Yeah.
he's sleeping.
It looks like you're still sleeping, and he's just kind of creepily staring at you.
I'm going to search. I'm going to try and do my best to make this a non-intrusive search, if you know what I mean. Cover my tracks. But I want to search Rafe's desk
Okay.
for anything that may be of use or something that might look like something we should know about.
Okay.
Maybe paperwork or, you know.
All right. I would say a hard skullduggery, and he's not dumb, so he's going to have stuff on there. So that dark side point will get flipped over, and you'll have to upgrade one of your purple to a red. And that, to be honest,
bro.
we're just trying to make sure he doesn't trip the security system.
Or is he going to trip the security system? I feel like that you're doing that backwards. I think it should be that he gets rid of a.
Is that upgrading to a red, or am I getting a black die?
It upgrades it to a red.
Okay.
He's using a force point. It's upgrading it to a red.
You could always flip one back over and upgrade one of yours.
I'm not going to do that. I don't know about it. I don't.
No, I get you.
Yeah, I mean, you
I
technically.
assume that there are security. I'm assuming he's got some kind of measures, but I'm hoping that A1 took care of most of those when he was plugged in.
Right.
Yeah. The ones that would be computerized, he could
Yeah.
have.
But not those bear traps.
Right. Oh, my hand.
It's a rat trap.
Ow, son of a bee sting.
I found the hidden compartment in his desk.
That's 4 threats and 4 successes.
There was a.
So you have
4 threats, 4 successes.
force. Oh, Okay.
He did it. He did it so hard.
But he set up every alarm in the building.
No. Because the whole point was whether or not he set off any alarms.
I found the hidden compartment, but it's clear that someone's been rifling the desk.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Rifles.
You're going to find in there a lot of propaganda and preparation for the separatist movement. He is basically one of the mouthpieces for the separatists. And there's a lot of plans of, okay, we're going to go to this planet next, and we're going to try to convince them to join the separatist movement. This is how we're going to do it on this planet.
So if I'm inferring correctly here, the documents I just found were basically like the game plan for them, for their recruiting game plan for the next however long period.
Yep.
Okay.
You had 4 successes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In one of them, there's a note that's handwritten, and let's see, how would it be worded? I've seen how the war ends.
Okay.
Which is odd to you, because what war?
That's all it says?
It's on the bottom of one of the plans for... Basically, the idea is they're going from planet to planet, and each planet they have go, okay, this planet is, let's say it's a mining planet. Well, here's how the Galactic Republic is repressing them. This is how we'll free them from their repression. This is what they'll gain from it. And then maybe the next planet is a textile planet. Oh, well, here's how they're being used. I mean, it's
their plan of action for the recruiting drive for...
Yep. And like I said, on one of them, there was just a scribbled note, and it was on a planet that would be closer to Coruscant.
Okay.
All right. Back down to you guys.
Back that? Okay. So what is his discipline?
2. One moment.
And would that be degraded because he's currently truth drugged rather badly? Not poorly. I mean, he's rather heavily truth drugged.
Yes, he
and
is.
as I recall very correctly, that truth serum is very much lowers your inhibitions.
Oh boy, does it. That's why I made it. Because look how this came to work for everybody. Yeah, good job, paranoia.
Discipline is based on willpower, right?
Yes.
2.
2?
I told you.
2 greens.
Okay. I'm going to spend a light side
Or
point to
2
upgrade
purples.
one of my dice. So I'm going to spend one of these. He's going to take a strain.
Okay.
And that's going to negate that. I end up with 2 successes and 2 threats.
Okay.
And basically, I look at him and I just say, just enter the code.
So you wave your hand in front of him?
No, I don't do that. I'm just looking at him. I just say, you just need to enter the code.
Okay. And with your successes, does that mean he
doesn't.
just... Okay.
Yeah.
He's glaring at you and kind of doesn't realize he's entering it. And
He would have had to set it.
yeah.
You said he's restrained.
Oh, I thought you told him to enter it.
Well, he can't.
Oh.
So you just tell us the code.
He rattles off the code. You know, that,
Look at the communicator.
72625.
Look at the communicator. Did it activate?
yeah, it activated.
Thank you.
He spits at you.
Ew.
Force using.
Whatever the Star Wars equivalent to a female dog is. He calls you that.
But bitch would be fine.
Yeah.
Guys, just like communicator.
Oh, right. Hello. Ding dong, ding dong.
There's a female voice.
You aren't supposed to be reporting in yet. Sorry. What do you have to report?
You need to talk to the craft guy.
I need to report to Kraft. That is not protocol. You are to report to me, and then I report to him.
Tell him you found the
I
force.
found the girl creature with the 4 abilities. Could you be more specific as to which one? The Twi'lek one. Okay, well, I have 17 Twi'leks on the list. The one from Randon. Okay, you found her? Yes. Do you have her? Yes. Why is she still alive? I did not say that. Oh, so are you calling for extraction? Are you calling for a pat on the back? Pat on back. Well,
Get a copy of the list. Get the copy of the list.
do you feel better? Yes. But could I have more targets, please?
I think you should make a deception check now.
Dang it. I thought my acting was fantastic.
Hold on.
So what am I rolling against, kid?
A red and a green.
Jeez. Red and purple.
That too.
I like red and a green.
I like
Red and purple.
No, red and greens works. Perfect.
Red and purple.
Red on. Job's done. 3 successes and 2 threats.
Okay.
I'm really convincing.
So you asked for the next. You asked for the list or the next?
list.
I need a list of targets. What planet are you on? Ruusan. Let's see. How many are left from your ship? Not many. Perhaps we should have you regroup with our nearest ally. That'll work. Very well. Head to Kashyyyk. Oh, okay. Who do I contact at Kashyyyk? I will have him contact you. Okay. What's name? How do I know it's good person?
Make another deception
Oh,
check.
for the love of God. This is...
Because there would be protocol that they would still have to follow.
Yeah, I guess.
Ooh.
1 success. Oh my God, I'm so bad at this. 1 success and an advantage. She's starting to weaken to my awesome skills.
Masculine wiles.
He will meet you on a planet. He will be a human wearing a black robe. Okay, on Kashyyyk. Okay.
It's a big planet.
That's a lot of planet. There's many humans and probably black robes.
Yes. Go to where you were stationed originally, on Kashyyyk.
I don't want to chance it again. I'm gonna.
You were hit in the head and you don't remember.
No,
Just end it.
Okay. Click.
Man, I think I did a really good job.
You did. Now, quick.
You suck.
Hey,
The Yinchorri says that.
hey. No,
Oh,
no, you
really?
suck. I bet you don't even remember where on Kashyyyk you were stationed.
It was a... Yeah, I do.
Prove it then. You couldn't even. You couldn't. Whatever.
I bet there wasn't even a tree nearby.
No. No tree in cave.
Whatever. Prove it. Show me on this map where you were, or I'm going to think you are the worst Yinchorri ever.
I bet you he says it's there underwater.
Do I need to roll a deception again?
Well, you're not really trying to deceive him.
Skullduggery.
It's coercion.
I would say coercion. Do coercion.
Team coercion?
Team coercion.
I got 2 greens.
That's all I got.
2 greens. All right.
Yeah, but he's got that truth serum, so you're going to get a blue to it.
You make the roll.
And it's against 2.
2 purples. Yep. 1 success and 1 advantage.
He points to basically at the southern end of one of the little continents.
Of Kashyyyk.
Of Kashyyyk, yeah. He points to a little area, and if you zoom in on the data pad, it's an area that's not inhabited on Kashyyyk.
Okay.
Okay. Well, you proved me wrong this time, Yinchorri.
Let me out.
Do what?
Let me out.
No. Why would I do that?
Because we're friends.
No, we are friends, but no.
You're going to
he just-
you're going to try and eat me, so
That's
we
true.
can't let
You
you
are
out.
going to try to eat her.
Yes.
No, but I can't
No.
do that. She's also my friend.
You can eat her.
I don't want to eat
No.
her.
Yes, you can.
No,
No.
he can.
No, I
No,
I
he
can eat.
Yes, he
I
can.
can eat you, but I'm not
I guess
going
technically
to.
he's physically capable of the act, but he's not going to.
Now what?
we're gonna go now. Yeah,
Yeah,
you sit and think of what you've
this
done.
is Tassar.
No, we're not going to leave him. No.
Why not? What's the
did-
worst I can do?
He tried.
No, that's the problem. I know.
he and his people tried to kill an orphanage.
That's true. All right, gotta go now.
Let's go see if Tazi's awake yet.
Right.
Okay.
So while this has been going on, Tazi grabbed the documents out of that desk, walked them over to A1, and had him take holocopies of everything that was there.
Okay.
Tazi then replaced the documents in the desk in the compartment, and I'm going to make a
Skullduggery.
make one more skullduggery to try and fix the fact that I made this desk a mess.
Okay. It's hard. Because not only do you have to make it look like it's neat, you have to try to put them back in the order they were in.
The order they were in isn't hard because I pulled them out.
Yeah.
I could sheaf them back together and put them back in. But again, kind of making the desk look the way it did, or at least close, is going to be the challenging part. And here we go.
You might have done it, buddy.
I have one success
I believe you did it.
and one threat. One success and one threat.
You did it.
Okay.
So proud of you.
Just as you finish, a attendant comes in. Just as you shut it, she walks in and you kind of like jump up, almost fall over the chair that's near the desk, and don't look very graceful.
Immediately fake drunk.
Okay.
Still drunk.
All right.
I think you are actually just still drunk.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good. Is there anything I can get for you?
Golden drink. Give me a golden pod racer. Neat.
Very well.
With a Rhodian spice rum.
Yeah, if you could use the Rhodian spice, that's the good stuff.
Okay. I will be right back.
Thank you. And I wink. I try to wink like one eye, like I do what. It's the most probably disturbing. Like watching a Duros try and do like a hot, kind of like a hey.
You wink one eye and the other one actually closes slowly with it.
It takes literally 30 seconds.
She's
for you to
gone by the time the wink is over. Yeah. That's a lot of ground to cover.
That is a ton of ground to cover. Woo!
All right. And then we swipe to
And
these
as
guys.
she walks out of the room, I go to take my place back on the couch, laying down.
And he gives him a good old long thumb to A1.
A1, get out of there. Come back and stare at me. Okay.
And unloop the camera so it looks like we're staring at each other. That's what he's doing.
Staring longingly into each other's orbs.
He fixes the computer back. And then you guys come walking in.
Yeah. I mean, that's not...
Yep. You and
Yeah. Me and
Rafe.
Rafe and...
Tassar.
No, Tassar's downstairs, I thought, with Yinchorri. Nope, she followed. All right.
She waved it. As you guys left, she waved somebody else over to take care of the prisoner.
So, that's not good. If they're hunting down force sensitives, we need to find out what this list is.
Right, we need to find out the list, and we also need to know why they figured out what...
You have no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah, Tazi's kind of sitting up and stretching, and
A1's still sitting right in front of you.
We need to figure out why they found you in the first place.
who found who?
That's
What's going on?
incredibly bizarre.
Yinchorri are after force sensitives because they apparently blame. You heard that part. Well, they found out that Karrell is force sensitive. Again, we're not going into a conversation about it, but they're after her. But we don't know why because we don't
that bantha is well out of the bag now.
Right. Well, we don't know why, so we're trying to figure out because it's not.
How did they find out?
That's the
We don't
question.
know.
We don't know.
I bet you the human on Kashyyyk in the black robes.
No,
he will have an
that
answer.
would be my guess too. But we need to be ready to stop him from running.
Yes, but I won't be able to. If he knows about me,
Well, we'll have to figure that out.
you'll have to. I won't be able to be seen.
Right? No, I know.
So are we going to Kashyyyk or are we going to...
Nope. Going to Kashyyyk.
I think we need to
we're
go to
going Tula?
Kashyyyk.
Okay, all right.
This is more important.
Well, I mean, you're important too.
There's more than just me, though.
True.
What do you mean there's more than just you?
People involved in this.
Many of them.
You know,
I mean,
anybody who's force sensitive.
we should go to Kashyyyk as soon as possible.
There's apparently a human on that planet who's working with the Yinchorri.
And he's sending out waves of Yinchorri to attack force
Why don't
sensitives.
we just get a hold of our
We're going to go. Why don't we just get a hold of the?
why don't we just-
Yeah.
Why don't we have a Wookiee
Rafe steps up. Speaking of Wookiees,
No one was talking about Wookiees.
It's true. It's true. There is a Wookiee who is in love with Kale.
could you please?
You got it. You have to let it go.
Yes.
Okay, just
Could
let
you
it. Admit it.
Please call her.
No, I'm not calling her.
I have
She could
17 times in the last 2 days she has called looking for you.
Great. I'm not calling her back.
We will stop by and talk to her as we go to.
Very well. Then I will just send her a message that you're dead.
That would be
That's no.
awkward when I.
We'll take care of it when we go to Kashyyyk.
yeah, sure, whatever.
We should go. We should go.
We should go.
We should go.
Tazi physically looks confused.
Rafe, we thank you for your hospitality again. I'm glad we could help and find out more information on this.
Yes, I appreciate your help.
We'll
And
try to
if
get.
anyone has plans for the Keg 1 droid series, I'm sure Tazi would like a copy.
Very well. Just contact the Huts. They make them.
No.
You may have cured him of drinking. Thank you very much. Unless you need something, we're going to head out now.
Well, allies. I could always use allies. The movement could use you. You are all brave, honorable.
Speaking of movements, I think we better go.
Okay, so we head out, head back to our rooms to pick up our gear because they just delivered a bunch of stuff. KO, what did you grab?
So with KO, we bought him a new holdout blaster. That was it makes it so it's more difficult to find in a search on his person.
Karrell actually got herself a new set of, armor, but they kind of look like the traditional Jedi robes that were in like Attack of the Clones and all that. But it's more defendable than her normal padded armor that she was wearing. But you can see there's actually like cortosis weave plates built in, and they're the equivalent of armored robes in the game.
Ooh.
So they're useful robes.
Yes, but they're not. There isn't a lot of flow to them. They're more held tight to the body.
Tazi got himself some 5-pound weights, and he did get himself a new armored flight suit, which should help him, hopefully, not get shot up so much. Yes. We will see.
It somehow helps your piloting.
Yeah, somehow the flight suit makes it so that our ship takes one less strain from a critical hit.
It's got a HUD display. I don't know. It's magic.
I push a button on the chest, and the flight suit envelops the ship.
And we're safe.
It's weird.
It's a lot of fun. I feel more closer to Tazi because of it. So,
you guys are in your little room that they set you up in, and Rafe and Darla come in. Do you remember who Darla is?
She's the Devronian.
Yes.
Twitchy hands.
No.
Yes.
They weren't twitchy. They were actually pretty fluid, and they did a good job.
Yep. When Rafe and Darla walk in, Tazi is like stripped to the waist because he's pulling his flight suit on.
And that is
copious
something,
amounts of baby powder.
And that is something you do not want to see.
And yeah, Tazi does like the scared person who just got caught like putting their clothes on. Like grabs the arms of the flight suit.
It's like Stretch Armstrong.
It is.
Covered in baby oil.
And it grabs the arms of the flight suit and pulls it up around his chest like, oh!
Now look what you did.
You guys knock.
You made him embarrassed.
I apologize.
You should.
Step outside. Let me finish dressing.
Golly.
Jeez.
The things you go through.
They step outside.
Guys, I really don't want to watch this either. I'm going to, I'll head for the ship. I'll see you guys there.
Make sure the door's shut. Ooch, KO.
Yeah, no problem. KO gets up, walks over, makes the door lock. There you go.
Thank you. Tazi pulls on the flight suit and zips it up and
it's
puts
a lot
the
of
panel
work.
in place. And
a few minutes later, Rafe and Darla walk in. I appreciate everything you guys have done.
No, really. It's not like we had really a ton of choices, but it's good. I appreciated it.
I would like to discuss your future. What are your plans? Where do you plan
we're
to go?
leaving.
Leaving this planet, I think, was the last thing Tazi and I talked about was leaving. Yeah, mostly.
And where do you plan to go, and what do you plan to do?
I think we talked about going to a couple of different planets to move
Tazi kind of looks at KO because he's not sure how much information KO is about to give up. So Tazi's like, again, giant saucer-like eyes, trying his best to kind of like give a look to KO that would mean like, hey, watch what you're going to say. But again, there's not a whole lot of emotion here.
A big billboard for that, though.
I literally like look at KO, and KO can see his reflection in my eyes. But that's about it.
So I know exactly what that means because we've been together for so long. So as I start talking to Rafe, I look over at Tazi, and he's just literally staring at me in the windows of my soul with those opaque creature, my God, those eyes. And I'm like, we are going to fly around space forever. And only land when we need food and fuel.
We're looking for some more paying work.
That's what we're going to do. Paying work. Yeah, see, I knew that the whole time.
Excellent. Well,
this has been fun and all, but we've got we have a ship to maintain, and we have, bills to pay, and we've got things we need to do, and that all requires money.
And, I could be speaking for myself, but I would like to not be shot at anymore.
Yeah, I'm kind of No.
No, but you know.
I just got this new flight suit, and I would really like to keep it pristine for a little while. Maybe some dirt, but less blaster burns.
Yeah, it's mostly that. Yeah, I mean, I bought some new armor too.
I'm aware.
Right, yeah, it was on your network.
And it's right there.
2-0, yeah.
So,
It's very shiny.
It is. A little bit.
speaking of work,
Yes.
I have a idea I'd like to run by you guys.
Does it involve us being thrown unwittingly into your political game?
No, because I'm talking to you about it.
We came into a room and suddenly we're busted into a press conference where we become, public figures that we didn't necessarily want to be.
I assumed you'd figure that out with the camera crew and you being there.
Listen, Rafe, okay.
The camera crew wasn't outside. It was inside. When we came into the room, it was already there. And at that point, the decision had already been made for us.
I apologize.
No, it's fine. So,
If you could include us in whatever planning you have for us moving forward, we
I
would
apologize.
appreciate that.
I apologize for that. I generally assume that people know what goes on around me.
No, not at all. Generally, I'm from a backwater planet. Not a whole lot of this going on.
I'm very oblivious,
Very well.
Even with the eyes, it's weird.
right?
Seriously,
These things.
You could literally throw a baseball in front of him, and he wouldn't know.
No. But if it was filled with liquor,
Oh boy, he would chase that like a little. I don't know, what are those things called?
I will play fetch.
Stellar dogs,
Stogs?
stogs.
I think we call them little Wookiees.
Oh yeah.
So, here's my offer.
Sorry. Right. Yeah.
We need figureheads to go out and speak for what is right. There is far too much corruption going on right now. The Republic has gotten too big. It's not effective. What we're looking to do is form a new government.
If Tazi could look incredulous, if he had the ability to look incredulous, he would totally be looking incredulous right now.
But he is totally emotionless in the eye, in the facial.
Yeah, right? Like
area.
everything below the eyes, I can kind of, I can make like faces.
Right.
But like this doesn't move a whole lot.
No, it's really
This
tight.
area here is not like real big blinky and,
Yeah.
So,
He just
so
stares.
Tazi, like if I could, you say a lot of corruption going on and Tazi's mouth opens as much as it can, like in a gaped fashion.
So KO is looking at Rafe and is kind of like, no.
Here's the deal. The Senate is no longer effective. It's too big. It takes too long. If we could take many systems and break them into smaller groups and form smaller senates within each of those systems, then they could oversee each system, and then we have an overall government that kind of helps dictate what each of those senates will do.
Do you have a name for this? You call this like the calf party or something?
No. We would just call it the Galactic Empire.
Sounds,
It's a little much, don't you think?
I don't know, it sounds foreboding.
It seems, empire, it seems that, I don't know, a little,
It sounds like something that would like hold people back or, or,
a little much.
No, this is
Keep
designed to give more freedom.
Oh.
Look at what happened on Randon. The Senate is still debating what should be done.
Well,
Meanwhile, those people would have suffered. They would have died. We were the ones that saved them. We were the ones that were able to take action because we, in this small area, could send our forces.
I can't argue with him.
Because the senators in the Galactic Republic will be debating how can they make it best for themselves.
I gotta say, I don't really go in for any of this political stuff.
I'm not huge political myself either.
Yeah,
You wouldn't have to be involved in the political stuff. All you'd have to do is go out and speak. Talk about corruption and the heroics that you've done to help.
I'm gonna be blunt. I'm nobody's mouthpiece.
It's not true, he's not.
I'm barely my own.
That's true also. Generally, it's too drunk.
Not all the time, but
It's not generally.
sometimes.
Not every time.
But at the end of the day, this cause, this thing you believe in, the thing you're fighting for, it's fantastic, but it's not mine.
Fair enough.
If we can help while we're out, we don't have any qualms of helping, especially if we get paid. But I don't foresee us, talking to people and
If you need a
being like,
cargo run made, if you need things transported,
a guy moved,
exactly,
a guy
we're happy to help
removed.
with those things. Unfortunately, I'm not going to go out and be the person that is speaking in front of people about whatever cause you're following.
What if we made you leaders within the movement?
No interest
Well,
from me.
You would get status,
well,
power, wealth.
Those things are all great, but then I'm basically just a straw man. I don't really believe in what you're selling.
and I pretty much follow wherever that guy goes. So
I don't mean to speak out of turn, or I'm not just trying to be blunt. I appreciate what you're doing, and I appreciate the position that you're in. But that position is separate from anything that I want anything to do with. I'm happy to take paying work from you, but I do not want to be a representative for your cause.
Very well. I appreciate your honesty.
Karrell might feel differently. I'm only speaking for myself and perhaps KO, but...
Well, he's already said he'll do what you want to do. And Darla steps up. Well, gentlemen, you do understand.
Keep your hands down.
She smiles. I don't think I need to play that game with you. And then she looks over at KO and just kind of waves.
KO, look at the floor.
Looking at the floor.
So you do understand how we could help the image of your ship by being part of our movement?
Well, I mean, really, no, seriously staring at the floor. No, really, I don't, it's not that we don't appreciate the standing that we could possibly gain. It's the fact that we just kind of want to, go out there, do our thing, make it right, the right way, no cutting corners, the hard work.
And that's what we're trying to do.
No, that's not hard work. That's pretty much making a new government and we're all okay. That's...
Oh, and you think that's easy?
So far, yeah. It looks like it's a bit easy for you people. You just kind of say, we're not doing it anymore. And then you don't.
Rafe steps up. Have you seen outside? Does that cleanup look like it will be easy?
Well, no, that costs money. That's why you're a government.
That will be hard work.
Right. Are you going to do it?
I will be leading that. So there'll be lots of sleepless nights as I coordinate who's going to do what, where.
While this exchange is going on, Tazi continues to pack up his stuff.
Right. No, I get it. It's going to be a lot of work to, put the papers in the right people's hands to make things go. But, I think Tozi wants to do the work on his own, with his bare
fingers,
scary tendril fingers that he has.
They're still called hands.
I know, but
have
you look at them?
They're not bare. They're in a cool flight suit.
I know, but look how long those fingers are.
I know.
They're like ribbons.
At least they don't have suction cups on them.
Ah, true. That would be a terrible life.
That'd be horrible.
Rafe and Darla kind of look at each other, and Darla says, well, one last request before you leave then.
Yeah?
Please go wherever Republic planets are. Stay off ours, because they're still after you. Oh, well, still after her.
Sure.
And wherever she goes, they go. And we really don't want to have to deal with more invasions. Of course, we could help you with that, but no, that's fine.
Wow. They certainly get really salty when you don't do what they want, huh?
Darla, this sounds a lot like my last relationship. And I'll tell you the same thing I told her. Thanks, but no thanks.
Rafe just looks at you and says, it's a shame that you won't join us. Just remember that soon, very soon, everyone's going to need friends and allies. I would like to consider you both.
We are still your friend. I don't understand why this suddenly becomes like, we hate you.
We'll do a lot for a paycheck, but not that.
Very well.
Oh, man, so much anger.
And then they leave. So we see Karrell walking out of the boys' bedroom, and standing in the hallway is her favorite person, Tassar, who comes up and says, may we talk?
Yes, we're going to be leaving planet here very shortly, as soon as the baby powder dries, I think. But I have a few minutes. My room?
Oh, for sure.
We head over to my room, and I gesture for her to take a seat on the couch, and I just kind of lean against the wall nearby, and...
Tassar takes a seat on the edge of the couch. So, I'm wondering, the Dantooine crystal? Why?
To be honest, there's some control issues. And I've heard rumor that the Dantooinian crystals help you focus your force abilities.
Oh, they can. But I'm more concerned about, do you understand the source of your abilities?
Yes, I spent quite a time at the Jedi Academy learning about the Force.
What they want you to believe.
What the Jedi teach, yes.
Yes, the lies.
I find it funny that you would call them lies when you don't subscribe to them.
I don't.
Well, then why... I don't call your beliefs lies.
That's true. Very true. But I also don't go out and slaughter people just because they don't believe the same thing I do.
You're not talking about slavers right now, are you?
No. The Jedi have attacked and destroyed many people who don't believe the same thing they do.
So have many people throughout history.
And they're considered barbarians? Evil?
Depends on who wrote the history.
Exactly.
The Jedi try and bring peace to where there is none.
Through control, not through free will. You see, the Jedi, they teach you to control what's natural. Your feelings and emotions are natural, and they tell you to repress those, ignore those, control them. Why don't you learn to harness them, use them?
Because if you are unable to do so, that is a path to the dark side. There's many different ways to harness the Force, it's true. There's strong emotions make it easier, but sometimes the easy path isn't the best one.
It's true, the easy path is often rushed to. I'm not asking you to rush to the easy path. I'm asking you to learn the correct path. The Force is the Force. There is no light or dark. It's the actions that you choose to take that make something good or evil. The Jedi believe that if you don't follow their strict code, that you are evil, and therefore they will destroy you.
That is not 100% true. I did not measure up to their standards, but they did not kill me out of hand. They actually gave me a home for a long time. It was my own choice to leave.
But you still believed what they believed. If you outright said that you did not believe what they did, they would either send you on a dangerous mission or outright attack you. They've done that to their own.
You'll pardon me if I am a little skeptical at this. They are somewhat close-minded, yes, but
Very.
there's a lot to learn and a lot to teach, and having rules and that kind of thing. Now, do I agree with all the rules? No. I mean, one of the things you said is a little bit true. If you look at the Force as a thing, as a force, it's nothing less. If you look at it, compare it to a blaster.
Mm-hmm.
A blaster is inherently neither good nor evil. It's the intentions with which you wield it.
Correct.
But the Force is more than a blaster.
True.
And it's much easier when you are angry to turn that blaster on anyone you care to shoot. And that is kind of a dark and evil thing.
But that blaster can't heal. That blaster can't bring you great joy. The Force is much more than the blaster. I will agree with you there. Because it can be both good, evil, or neither.
At its core, it is neither.
Correct. At the core, the Force is the Force.
It's what you do with it.
Correct.
Well, we can agree on that, at least.
Very well. When shall we begin your training?
No offense, but we still do not see eye to eye on many things.
Very well. I agree.
To be completely and openly honest with you, for some odd reason, I feel like you deserve to know this. I do not like what Rafe is doing. I see some of his points, but I do not feel right as being part of his movement.
Many don't, but some have sworn on oath.
There are problems. There are a lot of problems, but
That's true.
there are other ways to go about fixing them.
Oh, I agree. I agree with you there. It's true, he does have a mission that he is on, and hopefully he will see the errors of his ways and do what's right. I believe at his core he believes that the Senate is corrupt, and that the Senate does need to be replaced. I don't disagree with him there. I don't necessarily agree that a war is the way to do it.
That I also agree with.
But unfortunately, that's the path we're going down. We all have to choose our sides in the end.
Or you choose not to fight.
For some of us, that choice was taken away years ago.
Isn't the Force all about choice?
It is.
But
And I
if
choose to live.
you've made your stand and you've made your choice, the choice was the choice truly taken away from you? You can always choose to do differently.
Yes, I could. But then I would be betraying what I believe. I believe in being honest and open and truthful. And I gave him my word I would keep him alive. Even though he has this silly notion that he has seen his own death and that he knows how he'll die.
Well, perhaps he has a little bit of foreseeing ability himself.
Possibly. I have not sensed any, but
That's beyond me, to be honest.
I agree. It's beyond us all. I do believe, though, that when you go to Tula, you will learn a great deal. I believe that your eyes will
Where?
be open to the truth.
Tula?
Tula. That is where you should go.
Karrell actually pulls out a compad and does a HoloNet search real quick, and then looks up. It's like, that is a long way away.
It is, but that is the only clue I can give you to where Dantooine Crystal is.
What used to be there?
The ruins of a group who disagreed with the Jedi, but they had access to crystals.
And nobody goes there anymore?
It's a frozen world that is
Oh, great. I'm sure I'm going to hear nothing but complaints from the boys.
possibly. But what else is new?
That's true. Tazi doesn't really have an ounce of body fat on him.
Doesn't have an ounce of much.
But also true.
On Tula, I believe you will learn a lot. Hopefully you will find a crystal. I would also recommend that next time you run into a Jedi, you ask him about the death of one of theirs at the hands of a Sith Lord named Darth Maul.
I've heard that name before, but I can't... That's relatively recent history, isn't it? I just don't...
Yes, it was on the blockade of Naboo.
That was about 10, 15... Yeah. I'll ask. Well, I will do that.
Good luck on your trip. I hope you learn what you need to learn and find the true path.
Well, I hope you and Rafe are safe.
We will be.
The Yinchorri seem to be very bent on taking this place.
They failed.
This time.
Hopefully they won't come back.
True. Safe travels. Then wander over to the boys' room and see if they're there.
There.
Hello, hello.
See, someone knows how to knock.
You boys decent?
It's probably Karrell. See, it was Karrell.
Good call. Yeah, we just had a visit from Captain Oppression and his friends.
Can I come in?
Sorry.
Yes, come on in.
Karrell walks in.
Hello. KO's half nude. No, just kidding. He's just in a towel.
KO is trying to put on Tazi's flight suit.
I am, literally. So you put your, like, where? There's so much extra
I'm still in
fat.
it. It's not big enough for the both of us.
But you look. I can get my hands inside the arms, but what are we going to do to get...
What are you two doing?
I have no idea.
I was interested to see how big the flight suit could actually be.
But... Karrell turns her back on this. It's like, could you both put your own clothes on?
I have my clothes on.
I have my pants on. Is that... All right. KO just throws on like...
We're not sharing a room anymore.
Yes, we are. Shut up.
No.
Yeah, you can tell you. Yeah, we are. You love me. All right. Yes. What? Hello. I have a shirt on. Turn around.
Rafe and Darla came by and tried to offer us some kind of position of like being mouthpieces for their movement.
Which they're calling, get this, stupidest name ever, the Galactic Empire.
It has kind of martial overtones to it.
Don't you think? And he was like...
Very impressive.
He was like, no, it's all about freedom and rainbows and hippies and unicorns.
I think it's time we leave these people behind.
I'm backed. Tazi thumbs back to the small pile of bags and a giant, what appears to be a half keg or a pony keg of something.
Probably golden drink.
I'll grab my stuff and be ready in 5.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
We get our stuff and
Yeah.
head for the ship.
A Redemption podcast is played using the Star Wars role-playing system by Fantasy Flight Games and Lucas Books. Please interact with us on social media, Facebook and Twitter @RedemptionPod, Instagram @RedemptionPodcast. Visit our website, redemptionpodcast.com. Please leave us a review on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, or whatever other podcatcher you use. This will help people find us. And if you like us, please consider using Patreon. Our Patreon is patreon.com/redemption. Until next time.